communism does the same association.
Sure.
So you've chosen really two bad words, I think. but
Intentionally combined, of course. But,
okay.
So when I propose this concept, I think the shortening of working hour could be a very good example to overcome the artificial scarcity of time created by capital. The work by Keynes, he predicted that our work time will be 15 hours per week by year 2030. But, we are now 2022, and we are still working so hard. And the work hours didn't decrease because we work for further economic growth, right? So basically, capital enslaved us to the work. No matter how high the productivity became, we are still enslaved to work.
But you don't have to. I mean, you can work 2 days a week. Everybody can go to the forest, live off potatoes that they grow themselves, and fine. Nobody's gonna complain. Everybody's gonna maybe even write books about them. This was not possible during communism. You could not have capitalist experiments.
Right. But also,
this is why these two systems are not even comparable.
No, but even in capitalism, you cannot just grow your potato because those lands will be.
Yes, you can.
Those lands is also privately owned, and you cannot steal someone's land, right? So when every land is already become the private property, and you cannot really imagine a way.
So you advocate that the land should be common property, like during communism, really?
No. What I'm saying is simply that I'm saying that in Japan, for example, or people living in the capitalism, they do not have such a possibility of simply going to the forest and live without any dependence on the market. This engine is actually driven by the profit making, and the profit making leads to the economic growth. So in this bad circular, we will end up destroying the earth.
Churchill once said, it's not a very good ship. It's a slow ship, but it will never sink. So these ideas to change the system, and I support Greta in her criticism, but if you want to change the system from A to B, you also need to know how B works. And it's an experiment that's really dangerous to take radically. We really need to have patience here and do it slowly, and it's happening.
かつてイギリスの首相チャーチルは言った。民主主義は最悪の制度だ。ただし他のすべての政治体制を除いての話だが、第二次大戦中ヒトラーのファシズムと戦い続けた男の言葉だ。同じ頃シュンペーターもまた世界が雪崩を打って壊れていく時代にあえて資本主義社会主義と並べて民主主義の価値を考え続けたのだった。危機の時代にあった彼らに倣って今私たちは資本主義社会主義それぞれの根幹にある成長と分配に加えそれらを支える民主主義を考えなくてはならないのだろう。民主主義を礎とする生産性の理念が心に響いてこそ初めて人的資本への投資が叫ばれる時代の生産性の世界が開かれるのかもしれない。
I think it is at a turning point. I don't think it's coming to an end. Capitalism is a way of tapping the enterprise and innovativeness of human beings, and we want to tap into that. We want to sustain that. But exactly how it operates and what's the mix of private sector and government and commons approaches, that's in a way something that is bound to change over time and is for every democratic country to have a public debate about with their government. But it's not obvious whether the forces of good or the forces of evil are going to win there.
今日は今日も 舞う。静かに羽音を立てることもなく、世界のどこかでそのかすかな羽ばたきを感じ取れるか。私たち自身の感受性が試されているのかもしれない。
So there's a lot of degrowth which is necessary, not just for the planet, but also for our soul. And there are a lot of other things that must grow, like, renewable energy, like education, like social care, like, culture. I want a lot more poetry, I want a lot more music. So we should not think of growth versus degrowth, but also we should think